Hey, what's going on, everybody? Long time no see. I know I haven't posted in a bit, but just been doing my thing and keeping busy on the action figure hunt. But I figured I'd change it up a little bit today. We're not doing an action figure unboxing. This is a comic book unboxing. I've kind of been switching gears a little bit. I've been focusing on the comic book side of my collection, and been bulking up on some minor keys and just books that I've been finding interesting, and just things I've been wanting to grab. And please forgive me, I got a little bit of a cold right now, so if I sound a little stuffy, it's because I am. Thankfully not the big one, but hey, there are still other viruses out there, so everybody else be well, don't get sick, but be safe. All right, without further ado, let's check out some comic books. This box is coming to us from the Florida man himself, Mr. Robert Olive. He's somebody I've been picking up books from for a while now, and he's a good dude. He runs one of the premier Facebook buy and sell trade groups, Olive fans. No, it's comic book buy sell trade on Facebook. Definitely highly recommend checking it out if you're not a member already. It's a great place to get some really good books on the cheap. Everybody ships really well, as you can see, super well packaged. But everybody's got some great deals on there. A lot of auctions starting off at $1, and you get some pretty good deals on some great books there. So I highly recommend checking out the group if you're not a part of it, if you like comic books. But this little package he whipped up for me. So what I'll do is I'll buy books, I'll have him hold it until we got a substantial amount for him to ship, so I'm not like shipping little packages here and there and getting crazy on shipping. And I know Robert's off at MegaCons this weekend, so he's a little bit busy. There's going to be a mix of raw books and a couple slabs. And 2 slabs, and the rest are all raw books. So when I say slabs, I mean encapsulated, graded books. And when I say raw books, I mean books that are not slabs. Pretty self-explanatory. Pretty easy to keep track of. That does not mean I paid $60 for one book. I don't know what that means, to be frankly honest with you. Alright, so let's see how he divvied this up. You know what, let's go with the smaller package first. Not really sure what his pricing notes on these mean, because I don't think that matches what I paid for them, but all right. So let's take a look at the slab first. Ooh, hang on, that's a comic. Check this out. It's Primordial issue 5. It's the Virgin edition. So I don't know if you're familiar with this comic, Primordial, but it came out last year. Well, I mean, it came out 2 years ago. I mean, it's really hard because it all runs together, man. The COVID years are tough. COVID years are real tough. Last 3 years all feel like one big year, man. But I don't know, man. Monkeys in Outer Space. That doesn't sell you, then maybe I'll spoil the book for you. Well, let's take a look. So this is a, usually I don't pay high dollar for store exclusive covers, but I do like John Boy-Myers. I think his art's pretty good. I mean, let's face it, that's a wonky ass ankle. But I still like the stylistic nature of it. The pug's fun. That's the mascot of Frankie Comics. But overall, it's still just, it's a fun cover, you know? And John Boy Myers is a very in-demand artist right now for covers. I think sometimes he does interior art every once in a while. But this book on the secondary market goes for stupid money. And I got it at retail from Robert. So, I'm not complaining. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, yeah, cool. All right. So, this is the introduction of chaos magic. So, Wanda in the comics, she was just a mutant. You know, all her powers are mutant powers. They just left it at that. And it wasn't really called chaos magic until this issue. And the whole Avengers Disassembled thing was just basically her going nuts over the fact that her kids weren't real. And her whole, like, marriage and family with Vision was her being, you know, off kilter. And she kills a bunch of people. She kills Scott Lang, resurrects Jack of Hearts, uses him to blow up the mansion and Scott. She summons a Kree invasion from nothing and uses that to attack the Avengers, and it kills Hawkeye. Like, it's kind of a brutal story. A lot of people don't talk about it, but I think Disassembled is pretty good. As far as Bendis storylines go, I thought it was a pretty solid storyline. I got mixed feelings on Bendis. Early Marvel Bendis work, I think it's pretty good. Later Marvel Bendis work, I think is convoluted and full of itself. I know the Bendis conversation in general is a pretty charged conversation among comic book fans. And then after Marvel, he went over to DC. And I mean, I can't say I'm a huge fan of his DC work. I tried to read his Justice League when that happened. That's when I got back into DC, and honestly, it was my least favorite of everything I was reading in DC. I was only reading Justice League to read the backup stories that involved the Justice League Dark, which weren't written by him. So, I mean, not that I think he'll ever watch these, but Bendis, Brian Michael Bendis, if you ever watch these videos, sorry I'm putting down your work. I do think you're a good author. I like your independent stuff. Joy Division, which came out around the same time as this Justice League arc that I'm talking about, I actually thought was rather enjoyable. I thought it was a pretty solid concept. At the time of filming this, it hasn't come out with any sequels yet, so I kind of hope you expand on that world. I would like to see more. But anyways, I digress. Let's see here. What else we got? Young Allies, #1. I mean, this was pretty cool. This is just something I didn't have that I wanted to pick up and put in my collection. Not that I think it's ever going to really be any kind of perspective key. It could be. There's a chance. There's always a chance, but it's just something I wanted to have. And then there's this guy. I was trying to go... So, Robert had a whole bunch of issues in this run. And they were a whole bunch of perspective keys or actual keys. And I had the high bid on them. And right at the last second, I got sniped on the bid. And I was at band practice. I wasn't going to catch them. It's whatever. It is a bummer, but I want to try to complete this run at some point, this Ghost Rider run, because it was a really good run. I really liked it, but I'm missing so much of it. I actually read the run digitally during my days as a digital pirate, so I never actually owned it. Would like to remedy that someday. All right. batch. Let's take a look at the slab first. So, silk number 4. This is the Jaeyoung Lee variant cover. And let's see here. I think this is the 1 in 25. I could be wrong though. I know it's not like a store exclusive or anything, but it's you know, it's a pretty solid 9.8. Everything looks pretty sharp on it. The costume on it was her, you know, fresh out of the locked vault she was in costume before she actually developed her own costume. Where she just like spun it out of her internal webbing. But it's another one to add to the Silk collection. Great character though. I really do like Silk as a character. I think she's really going a long way for the whole mythos of the spiders. I'm really glad they did away with the whole bride naming thing, and she's just the queen spider now. So this is a copy of Doom 2099. I just really like Doom 2099. Always been a fan. Big fan of Doom in general. It's pretty solid except for, you know, that ding down there. That's too bad. But hey, what can you do? It's tough with these foil covers. Alright. So looks like there's 2 tape packages here. So let's get the first one done. Come on. Doesn't help that I got no nails. However, if you're going to tape comics, this is the tape to use. Because when you use this regular old Scotch tape, it is a pain in the ass to get off these books. Like, it's not easy. And I just realized I'm giving you guys feet for free over on the right. So, check out my Olive fans. And I'm saying Olive fans just because it's a little inside joke of the group. Because, you know, his name is Robert Olive and he runs the group. So it's, you know, all the fans. All right. Everybody loves Ultimates 8. Wanda and Pietro, Ultimate Wanda and Pietro. Ultimate Incest. Because they're boning each other. You get that great shot of Wolverine sitting in the bushes, spanking his Wolverine while they're doing it. Gross. You probably didn't want to know that. This is a variant cover here. Another one I just wanted to add to my collection. Joe Mad did the artwork on that. Just basically filling holes in my Ultimates run. Now this one, this is Ultimates in the main Marvel Universe. And this was a cool little run. It was pretty fun. This one being a little bit of a key. This one led to Galactus assuming the persona of the Life Giver, where he actually gave life to planets as opposed to eating planets. It was, again, another really fun story. Another Ultimate Fantastic Four, just another really good Doom cover. One thing that I always thought was really interesting about Doom and the Ultimates was that he had these like cloven hooves for feet. I don't know. I dig it. I like Doom. What can I say? Newsstand cover always looks pretty good when you can get a newsstand that looks this sharp. Now let's see here. We got number 7, which is the first part of that. Now, I don't know if this was the first appearance of Victor in his Doom armor or not. I can't remember. But in the piece de resistance is the Zombies cover. This is huge. This was the first appearance of the Marvel Zombies Fantastic Four on a cover, which was pretty rad. Like, look at that. That's gross. I love it. That's awesome. All right. Last little package. Last little bit. Now, the best part about Mr. Olive holding on to these for me, I don't remember what I bid on with him. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to be in here right away. Like, I sort of start to remember, but it's kind of a nice little refreshing surprise, much like with all the action figures that I do. All right, yeah. So check out this Cassidy variant cover with Wolverine here. Two-tone. Well, I guess three-tone because there's black in there, but the yellow, blue, and black Wolverine cover. I love this cover. It is one of my favorite Wolverine covers. Like, let's take a look at that. Like, that pops. That really pops really well. I love it. All right, now let's take a look at this beauty here. Hang on, just trying to make sure this doesn't slide off here. Let me move these comics. Hang on. I know y'all like, oh, I want to see this comic. Let's show them the comic. All right, check it out. Boom. X-Men 3. I mean, the significance is that this is Alex Ross. It's an Alex Ross piece of art. And if you're not familiar with the name Alex Ross, just go look him up. He does a lot of comic covers that look like this kind of realism. And they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. Last couple of years, he's done this series called the Timeless series for Marvel. He's done both heroes, the Timeless Heroes, and the Timeless Villains now. And they're really cool. Like, really well done. So if you're not familiar with Alex Ross, go check out his work. I think you will really like it. All right. Up next, another really great Cassidy cover of Colossus. I really like these variants. Everybody really liked the Joss Whedon arc. Y'all know I got mixed feelings about Joss Whedon. Maybe you don't know. I don't know if I've talked about it on the YouTube channel. I know I've talked about it personally in my personal life. I talked about it a little bit on my Instagram. But nevertheless, I got this for Cassidy's art, which I think is great. And I think this is, again, another fantastic cover. A Colossus, whew, just really pops. The two-tone art, red and like the slate gray. Just beautiful. Now, this is the second printing. Well, sometimes I like the second printings more because the covers on the second printings look really good. In this case, I already have a first printing, so I just wanted the second printing to go with it. This was North Star's wedding issue. And if you don't know, it's a big deal because North Star I can't think of his husband's name. Anyways, North Star married a man, and it was the first gay wedding, I believe, in Marvel. And yeah, it was a huge deal, but I can't think of his husband's name, so I apologize I can't tell you what that is right now. Whoa, hey, watch the camera, Boston. All right, another new X-Men key. Great cover. Got Zorn right there on the cover. You know, I really hope that they do Zorn and not like the Magneto bait and switch Zorn, but real Zorn when they bring the X-Men into the MCU, because that would be cool. Also, another X-Men key. It's interesting because the issue before this is Kid Omega's first appearance, but some sources cite this as Kid Omega's first appearance. I don't cite this as Kid Omega's first appearance. This is just part of the Riot at Xavier story, and 134 is his first appearance, but that's whatever. You can believe what you want. You can either, cite 134 as his first appearance, or you can be wrong. It just is what it is. But, anyways, I'm calling it now. I'm saying it. When the X-Men make their MCU debut, this run, Grant Morrison's run on New X-Men, is gonna be heavy influence. Get your books now. Kid Omega is gonna be in it. Get his appearances now. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Real easy box today. I'm probably gonna do some more comic boxes for a while. I don't really have a lot of toys coming in. I will probably be at the Western Menace Comic Show this weekend. Aside from that, yeah, I got nothing else. No big updates, nothing. But, I just hope you're out there having fun, picking up some cool toys, picking up some cool comic books, and just enjoying it. But until next time, take it easy. Peace.